So this is a great question. It asks how confident are we about our timelines. So the context to that is when we submit RFPs or propose our services to our clients, we have to come up with a proposed timeline. And because we only work with public sector agencies, there is a certain set of rules that you can't really have a dialogue with our prospects when an RFP is out on the street. There are a set of rules that dictate that you cannot have a dialogue with the purchasing party. So we are left with only the RFP document that an agency has put out to sort of read through the lines, do our own research to come up with answers like how long should this take or how much should this cost, and we take our best guess based on our experience, having done this kind of work for many years. We are in tune with how long a certain thing should take. Like, let's just take an IT strategic plan for a small city. We know it should take a certain amount of time. And we base our timelines and therefore our budgets on that knowledge that we have internally and based on information that you put out in the RFP. So when we go on to present, a question we frequently get asked is, you're saying that this is going to be done in 3 to 4 months. How do you know, and how confident are you? So our answer always is, well, this is based on our internal knowledge, our experience, how these things typically go for a client your size and of your composition. But at the same time, we're sort of working off of incomplete information. We don't know if you have any external deadlines. We don't know if you have any major events going on. We don't know if there's been any leadership change. All of those things need to be factored into a timeline. And that's something we do at the outset of a project. So when we put a timeline into our proposal, it's typically what I call the happy path. If nothing has changed, if everything remains the same, if all goes well, all the dominoes line up one after the other, then we can do this project in a certain time. And we're pretty confident of that. But we don't know what your external deadlines, what your political scenario is, how the funding is flowing, are there going to be breaks between phases? All of that comes from the client. So what we do is, the first thing we do when we set off on a project like this is we'll sit down with you and actually do a proper project plan that'll then tell us, given your situation, given your inputs on things that are not in the RFP that we couldn't research on our own, what are those things that go into the timeline? And then we come up with a timeline that is very specific to dates, that have dependencies, and then takes into account any blackout dates, anything that you have going on the client side that might impact our timeframes.